Overall feeling of what happened starting a week ago tonight.
Well, as you know, Les, I disagree vehemently with those who attach grades to day of or year of grades.
Not possible.
No matter the team, I don't care.
You know what it's done or why it's done? It's to verify that the guy who's writing the column, if the team agreed with him, therefore it's an A.
Sure. And to me, it makes no sense. You need several years at least before you go back and grade, but nobody wants to do that. They all want to grade right away. So I back away from saying putting any letter grade on it. I simply say John Dorsey and his staff know more than we do. They know their personnel more than we do. So I'm not going to criticize their picks until I see a result that doesn't work out on the field.
I'd also like to find people who say they've seen 5 or 6 LSU games or Alabama games or BYU games. They haven't.
Well, and I'll admit, I had heard of Greedy Williams, but I hadn't heard of Taki Taki. I had not heard of Sheldrick Redwine. I probably should have. I'm sorry. I didn't study college football as much outside the Big Ten as I should have. But listen, it sounds good that the Browns got Greedy Williams because he was supposedly a first-round corner that slipped to the second round. But even Dorsey and Elliott Wolf and Alonzo Highsmith, they don't know if Greedy Williams is going to work out because he hasn't played it down yet.
I think Taki Taki goes very well with red wine.
There we go. The puns are flowing. You know some of those
just
guys
waiting
are built.
to happen.
Yes. Taki
Ray Williams.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, I've said this to people, and I get sniped at a little bit. You think John Dorsey is invincible or immune to criticism? Right now.
Other than
nothing has happened on the field yet that leads me to criticize John Dorsey.
Other than making historically a 5th-round pick with a kicker. That you don't see. He's going out on a limb on that one.
Well, that's true. And that was one of the reasons that, some of the people that sniped at me when I said, hey, I don't have a problem with any of Dorsey's picks at this point because none of them have not worked out. The kicker, a little questionable. I would have wondered about it maybe in the 3rd round. Bottom of 5th, top of 6th. Okay. If John Dorsey and his staff want to do that, fine. What's preposterous to me is I read look what the Browns did. They turned Josh Gordon into a kicker. As if Josh Gordon, because that was the trade, that was the pick they got from the Patriots. As if Gordon was going to work out here.
No, it wasn't going to
happen. Okay? Wasn't going to happen. And oh, by the way, Gordon didn't work out in his first year in New England either. Right. They go to the Super Bowl without him.
Correct.
Okay? They went through the playoffs without him because he was on the indefinite suspension list. So this idea that, look what the Browns wound up getting for Josh Gordon, a kicker, is ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's not a great kicker, at least statistically. It's a very average kicker.
You're right. And this is where, if you believe reports, general managers generally allow, in the later rounds, they allow their scouts and their personnel people to talk up a guy, and I'm not saying Dorsey doesn't have final say, because he does, but he's not as hands-on.
No, he's taking care of the first 4 or 5 rounds by himself.
So Dorsey probably turned this pick over to his coordinators and his scouts, and they said, let's ride with this guy, or at the very least, let's provide competition to Joseph. And even if that's not your objective going in, I like the idea that you send a message to the roster that every position is up for grabs except quarterback.